Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is part 1 of What If Deku Was Terror Man. Now, some of you, well most of you might not know who he is. This is a guy from a webtoon I've actually watched. I forgot his real name, but he has the ability to see when danger is coming. Basically, something like that. He can see an area and tell when danger is coming because it's lit up in purple. But with the thing explained, he can see luck and unlucky things. I think that's what it's explained. But this gas mask that he actually has on is filled with a chemical that he used to enhance his body. As you can see, he uses guns, weapons, and he was trained by this woman. I forgot her name, but she's actually pretty, good at fighting, and she's pretty fast. And she actually trained him how to fight. And and she actually serves him because his father basically saved her or something like that when she was younger. And he is not the only one who has this type of ability. There's other people that have different abilities from him. And he actually becomes something like a terrorist to actually, basically save people's lives. He had to become the symbol of a terrorist. I do not know if he's actually killed anyone before. I cannot remember. But, I'm basically going to make Deku the reincarnation of him, or basically just make him become Terror Man. So, I'm going to give Deku the eyes that he has to be able to see luck or, unlucky things, whatever. And I'm going to give Deku the suit, which is basically just, this kind of suit. And, he has, gloves that are electric. That, going to give Deku electric gloves, the pistols too. Well, he has a suit. The boots, he has boots that basically boost his speed. He's actually pretty good at fighting, and he pretty good at fighting because he can see when someone's gonna attack from basically seeing the danger. And also he had this one transformation. It's like a transformation where electricity is all around him. His hair spiked up, but it's not like Super Saiyan, and he can move fast. But lightning was all around him. But I believe that's what the gas mask for. The gas mask thing, it basically gives him a boost in power and speed with a chemical. I forgot what it's called, but I'm gonna get into Deku too. So let's get into the story. Now, Deku is different. He has white hair in this one. And Inko is not in his life. Neither is Sasashi. Deku grew up most of his life in an orphanage, getting picked on, being bullied. But, the different thing was Deku never got hit. When bullies tried to hit him, hurt him, do anything to him, they never get the chance to. So Deku learned how to fight from, basically a martial artist that, told Deku he had the perfect body for it. Now, kids still try to bully Deku, but Deku always dodged their punches, their kicks. They don't know how. They were behind Deku, and Deku still dodged them. And Deku noticed, sometimes that he had this ability to, sense, see danger. Cause one time it was, he was on a bus and his bus was glowing, and Deku knew that something was wrong, so he told the teacher that something's wrong. The teacher didn't believe him till Deku basically said, "We need to get off now. There's something wrong." And the bus driver actually believed Deku and thought about it. So he says, "All right, everyone off the bus." So everyone got off the bus, including the bus driver. And a couple of minutes later, the bus blew up. And the current route they was going on, basically, they would have still been on the bus. Everyone would still be on the bus because they're going, on a highway. So Deku basically just saved a bunch of people. Which everyone was shocked, but they didn't think it was Deku who, saved them. They just thought that, they was lucky. They didn't even, look at Deku way. They didn't congratulate him or nothing. But the bus driver knew. He thanked Deku because he think that Deku was actually the one who, got him off the bus. Thanks Deku for saving his life, basically. But no one else did. So, years going up, Deku was always alone, an outcast. People always hated him because, he just had no parents, and they thought that he just acted better than them because he was super smart. So, now Deku was 14. He doesn't think about going to UA because he don't care anymore. He don't want to become a hero, but he still has some hero instincts, that impulse to actually save someone, but he don't know why. So one day Deku seen the whole building was basically, highlighted purple. So he thought, this is bad. There's a whole bunch of people in there. So he thought he had to get them out the only way he knows how, because no one's gonna listen to a 14-year-old kid. So he put on, a mask, just a regular mask, to cover his face up, and he got some different clothes. And he actually, didn't get a real gun. It was like fake, BB gun, but it looked so real. People would actually believe it. And he went inside the building. He says, "All right, everyone out right now before I kill you." No. And because everyone was scared and they thought Deku had a real gun, everyone did leave. And, Deku escaped from the back door, and then the building came down. The reason it came down was because faulty, construction and corrosion over the years. Deku then escaped, without being seen. And Deku would go on doing this for a couple more months. Now, this is this is actually during the 10 months trainings. So Deku actually thinks that he needs a suit to do this better with. So he creates, this suit in the mask. He don't think about the mask yet. He just thinks about the suit, and he just gets a regular mask. He actually finds real guns. So he thinks that the real guns would be more, better for, getting people out of areas because, the bullet sounds. They'll see that it's real. So Deku actually saved the school. He saved the school before. School was finna get shot up by a bunch of people. So what Deku did, he went there. He told all the kids to get to this, into the room. What's the room called? The gym. He says, everyone be quiet. Don't talk. Don't cry. Don't do anything. So the people that actually come in to shoot up the school because, evil villains, they came to shoot up the school, but they see that no one was there. So they just left. But they did fire off a bunch of warning shots, which the people were scared. Deku tells them to calm down and keep quiet. And after a while, they did leave, and Deku did escape. And the people there did tell them that, the terrorists, that's what they call him, the terrorists basically basically told us to be quiet when, we heard gunshots outside. We don't know actually what happened, because we were inside the gym, and everyone was, on the ground, and we were, told to be quiet. So we didn't get, any face recognition of him or anyone outside. And I don't think that they're actually connected because he came way before the rest of the people. And they would, if they were basically connected, he would have told them our location, but he didn't. So, Deku is wanted by the police, by the heroes. And after a while, Deku does read up on this chemical that can basically enhance a person's physical capabilities for a short while. And it is technically dangerous, I think. Well, I don't know. Can't remember. Well, it's not dangerous to this specific character, I believe. So it's not dangerous to Deku. When I say it's not dangerous to him. And he thinks about it. Making this mask that basically he can use to enhance his body in case of fighting scenarios. He knows how to fight, but he thinks, people have quirks. And he just has his eyesight. Be able to sense danger or see danger. But he needs something greater. So he gets this, and he also makes the gloves that can electrocute people. He also makes the boots that make them, run faster. So, Deku upgrades his gear. And his mask is actually not the first mark one. It's this one. As you can see, I don't know why it's glowing. Don't ask me that question. And you see the smoke coming out. That's the chemical thing, the chemical stuff. And it actually enhances his body. Deku isn't gonna get the electric thing yet, where he his body filled with electricity, and he basically go like a supercharged form. He's gonna get that yet. He's gonna take a while. So the U.S. I know I'm saying a lot, but can't stop it. The UA exam happens. Bakugo knows Deku. He's bullied Deku before. Doesn't care about Deku. Inko is still alive, but she just didn't want Deku. She did not want him. She actually gave him up. And she does know what Deku looks like. White hair, and blue eyes. Don't have that green hair or that green eyes. He has white hair and blue eyes. Actually, no, he has white hair and purple eyes. And Inko did not like that. So she gave him up to the orphanage. Hisashi didn't care either. So Bakugo knows Deku. Deku knows Bakugo. Deku don't like Bakugo. So Bakugo still gets first place. And most of the things that happen in UA happens up to the what's it called? The USJ. During which time Deku has actually been saving people. He's actually got his first kill, which he did throw up after killing someone, because I believe everyone will either throw up or feel uneasy after they get their first kill, but then eventually get over it. Which Deku did get over it fast because he's smart. He thought about the possibilities of actually having to take a life before, and he figured out that it's hard. So Deku killed his first person, and he's actually killed more villains basically. Now the USJ, Deku saw bypassing the UA's the UA high school before. He saw the chain. It was actually glowing purple, so Deku thought that something was wrong. And then after a while he stayed there. Then after a while Shigaraki came up with all the newscasters, and then chain was disintegrated, and Shigaraki slipped in and basically tapped on got the UA files. This when Aizawa and much other teachers come out, and out of all the teachers that came out, Aizawa was the only one who was glowing purple. So Deku thought that Aizawa is in danger, or this teacher. So he thought about following the Aizawa. So what he does is he gets out his suit, he goes and changes, puts on a mask, and he sees later on in the day he sees a bus full of kids, teenagers actually, and he sees Aizawa and the rest of the kids, and they're all glowing purple. So Deku actually has a car that he stole. Yeah, it's a car, and it actually has a computer in it in which he learned how to hack. And he can hack UA. If he wanted to, he can hack UA. He can hack a lot of things. He actually has more weapons in there, and he actually has a lot of more things. Deku doesn't stay in a house, so he just uses this car as where he sleeps. He does that, and he gets around places, which he basically stays in an abandoned warehouse so he won't be around people. To other people, Deku basically just dropped out of society and wanted to basically live with Deku. They thought Deku either disappeared or they don't know what happened to him. And Inko does know about Deku. Like I said, she's aware of Deku being alive, but she don't know where he is. No, the reason she knows that Deku's alive because Deku basically tracked her down before, and he's talked to her before. Walked inside her house. After she invited him in and says, "Hello, sir. What can I do for you?" Well, hello. Has Deku talked to her for a little bit, and then he says, "Well, it's about time I leave. See you later, Mom." And Sequel says, "Wait, what?" As Deku, she goes to look outside to see if she can find Deku again, but it was empty. Each place she looked, no one was there. Then she put it together: white hair, purple eyes. That was her son. In which she was a little bit scared, but back to the present. They drive in the bus. They pull up to the USJ. They get out and they go inside. Now, before the door actually shuts, Deku sneaks in without anyone noticing. He sneaks in. So he's just, standing there, but behind everyone else, and no one noticed him. Now, after a while, 13 explaining what's going on, the villains do show up, and Deku rushes down there, and everyone was shocked. Where did Deku come from? So Deku rushes down there. The villains do shoot at villain with the gun does shoot at Deku. Deku pulls out a little pistol and he shoots back, actually hitting the villain. And the villain's bullets, Deku dodges, seeing where they're gonna land. Now Deku takes down much more villains, seeing where they're gonna punch at, and because he can see the danger coming. So he uses that to his advantage to take out villains. As I was thinking that he's pretty skilled in fighting, and he's dodging people's attacks that's coming from behind him. Is the terrorist really that powerful? As I keep saying a lot. As Deku does pull out his gun and shoot towards Aizawa's direction, which they got scared and they know they're shooting for. And then Kirigiri basically let out a little bit of a whelp of pain, and then he teleported back to Shigaraki. Because Deku's bullet actually hit Kirigiri's metal thing on his neck, and it actually hurt him a lot. Kirigiri don't even know how Deku knew he was there. The reason Deku knew he was there because he was going to attack 13 and teleport the rest of the students away. Deku saw the danger coming, so that's how he knew. As I says, this kid is basically dangerous and he needs to take him down. Now, I'm going to have Deku actually not implement into UA, but be acquainted with them, as you can say. He's going to get captured, but he's not going to join. So, after Deku fights with a lot of the villains, Shigaraki gets tired of this and sends him to Nomu. Now Deku actually he actually uses for this Nomu he actually uses the chemical. Deku has used it before, He did get a slight backlash from it, but he got used to using it. So his body speeds up. Then he fights the Nomu. He sees Nomu's pop. Nomu didn't take any damage when he punched him. The Nomu goes to throw a punch at Deku. Deku dodges. Even if the Nomu is as fast as All Might, Deku can still see where he's going to throw his punches and still dodge them. So Deku sees the Nomu is dangerous, so he shoots the Nomu in the chest 2 times. It does nothing. Shigaraki says it has shock absorption and it has healing quirk. Deku says, "What is this thing?" Shigaraki says it was made to kill All Might. Then Deku thinks it was made, so it's not real. It's not a human. So what he does, he comes with a plan to kill the Nomu. So he sees that none of his bullets to the body are doing nothing. So maybe the brain. So what he does, he rushes in. He uses his electric glove on his left hand. He activates it, hits the Nomu with it. The Nomu does screech out a little bit of pain, but no, he's okay. Deku then jumps up, puts his gun barrel right to the Nomu's head, to the glass of it, pulls the trigger 2 times, taking out the Nomu's brain, basically killing it. Shigaraki says no fair, and he rushes towards Deku. Deku sees the danger of if Shigaraki touches him, so he jumps back, aims his gun, shoots Shigaraki. And he shoots Shigaraki 1 in the chest, 2 in the body, lower where your stomach is, 1 in the leg, 1 in the knee, 1 in the right leg, 1 in the left knee, 1 in the shoulder, in the left shoulder, and he kicked Shigaraki in his chin. And Kirigiri actually teleports Shigaraki and him away, with Shigaraki basically bleeding. And where Shigaraki goes into, basically, he gets saved by the doctor, but, it takes a little while for Shigaraki to actually, feel better. The rest of the villains do come over to where Deku is, and Deku is tired, but he still fights them off, which Aizawa does join in. With, Deku being tired, he's getting wear down because he has to move a lot against these villains. And after all the villains are taken down, Deku is tired. He's breathing heavy. Aizawa goes to... Aizawa's basically, tired too. Well, not tired, but, this one, the rest of the heroes actually come in because they lost, connection. And they couldn't call them, so they came through. Nezu actually tried to call Aizawa, but, he couldn't, so he thought something was wrong, so he sent the rest of the heroes there, including All Might. To which, they see that the doors were locked, so they bust through them, and they see, the kids. They see Aizawa down there. They see Terror Man, Terror, the terrorist. And they also see the whole bunch of bodies of everyone there. And since Kirigiri was more focused on Shigaraki, he didn't teleport the body away of the Nomu, and Shigaraki didn't disintegrate the body. So they actually get the Nomu's body back, and they actually capture Deku because he was too tired and he couldn't really do much. So they capture Deku and they bring him in for interrogation. And before they can actually, take off his mask during the interrogation, they ask him a couple questions. He answers them. Well, most of them are lies. But, some of them were lies. Well, actually, all of them truth. So they ask him what's his name. He says his name is Izuku Midoriya. And they say, is that true? He says yes. Even though Izuku, I think Izuku in green, from what they said. Well, I don't care what his name actually means. But, Deku's still going to get the same name, Izuku. Izuku Midoriya says his name is. They search out, Midoriya. They find, Inko Midoriya and Hisashi Midoriya. Deku says he was a bandit, in an orphanage. It happens a lot if you don't think about it. They say, what's the orphanage name? Deku says, the orphanage name. They see, the files of Deku, Izuku. Izuku Midoriya, white hair, purple eyes, and they see his, kid face, but not his, now face because he ran away before, all of that. They see, for quirks, he says it has none, but he does have a strange, sense of danger. And they say at the young age of only 6, he actually saved a whole bus full of kids from exploding by getting the bus driver to get everyone off the bus before it exploded. Now, everyone else thought it was just a miracle, but, the bus driver knew it was, Izuku, So he thanked him for saving his life. Sorry if you hear me do that a lot. Don't know why it is, but I have to make this one short because my throat is hurting. So they go to take off Deku's mask, but what Deku does is, he is handcuffed, so he does the handcuff trick. He basically breaks out the handcuffs. They are reaching for his mask, so he grabs their hand, slams it down, gets out his chair, pushes his chair forward. The other people go out to grab him, but Deku sees the danger of it. So they don't have malicious intent or nothing like that, so he don't see the danger of it. That's one downside to Deku's quirk. Well, not a bit, its ability. If it's not no malicious intent in it, he don't see the purple. But since he is a martial artist, when he does go to grab him, Deku dodges and he slips out. He runs out through the He's running out through the to the jail, the interrogation center. And, he gets out into the lobby, which other police come out to actually grab him. Which Deku dodges and jumps over them and uses his mask. He turns on the feature to give him a boost, and he rushes out and he escapes. So the police do call the heroes and tell them that Terror Man did escape, but Deku gets back to his car all the way by using a scooter that he stole from someone. He gets to his car, he takes it, he drives away, he goes back to his hideout, and he stays there for the rest of the week. Now this one gonna leave this off because my throat is hurting and I'm sorry. I might record tomorrow, and probably I might record later, better today, because I feel like recording another video. Thanks for watching. Dang it. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See y'all next one.